India's national carrier, Air India, is now facing one of the toughest financial phases in the recent years. Rising jet fuel prices, the Iran war, and the continued closure of Pakistan's airspace are now putting massive pressure on airlines' operation and finances. According to reports, Air India is suffering the losses worth thousands of crores of Indian rupees. The airline has already started cutting the cost by cancelling hundreds of domestic as well as the international flights and several international routes that have become significantly more expensive. Basically, expensive to operate because the flights now take a longer route due to Pakistan's closed airspace. At the same time, global crude oil prices have surged because the tensions in the Middle East, and for the airlines, fuel is one of the biggest operating expenses. As the jet fuel become more expensive, airlines are forced to spend much more just to keep the flights running. And because of that, this situation has now created anxiety among the Air Indian employees. The Air India employees are more than 24,000 people, and many workers are now worried about the possible layoff in the coming months. Reports recently claimed that Air India's board also held a very high-level meeting to discuss the cost-cutting measures. One of the operation reportedly discussed that sending some employees on unpaid leaves. Now, senior airline officials attended the meeting, which lasted for nearly 3 hours. However, these reports just spread. Air India moved quickly to calm the employees' concern. The airline told the staff that there is currently no plan for layoffs, and Air India's chief human resource, Ravinder Kumar, reportedly assured the employees that there are jobs that to remain safe for now. But despite these assurances, the airline has already delayed salary increments and for at least people who were there for more than a quarter. The Tata Group owned this carrier and is imposing higher spending and is trying to manage the rising operational costs. Now, industry experts say that these challenges may continue for a very long time. The stronger US dollar has now increased the cost for international operations. Now, aircraft licensing, the maintenance, and several international payments are linked to the dollar, making operations even more expensive for the Indian airlines. Now, questions are also being raised about the Air India's management and long-term strategy team. The airline's current CEO has already resigned, adding to uncertainty at the difficult times of the company. Now, with that being said, experts connect all of the dots to aviation sector and believe that if fuel prices remain high and travel demand slow, Air India may eventually have very limited options for it to reduce the cost. Now, some analysts believe that people there believe that there are a strong possibility of a major workforce cut in 2026 if the situation does not improve. The Air India has already cancelled multiple international flights in May and April month, and that report suggests that these cuts may continue till July as well. Every ticket price is adding the fuel charges to the people who are the passengers. Higher fares are now starting to affect the passenger demand. And now, let me tell you that Air India is not alone. Several major airlines across the world are also struggling with rising fuel prices and the global uncertainty linked to the Iran, US, and Israel war. Air India says that these jobs are safe, but as the global tensions continue to the aviation, the cost rises. And so that a real question: how long can airlines absorb the effect of the war? What are your thoughts on this? Make sure to comment down below.